All right, so how did I lose the weight? Well, plain and simple to start, I got on Zepbound. I used a GLP-1. I didn't intend to. It kind of happened by accident. I was getting an annual physical, and I just continued to increase my weight every single check-in, every single year, and I just continued to balloon in size. And I'll post a picture of what I look like, but the doctor said, "Do you want to try this?" And I was like, "Sure." And I tried it, and for the first time, all of my hunger noise completely went away. And I had never experienced that before. I was a guy who ate healthy probably 70-80% of the time, but those 20%, I was going hard. I loved desserts. Man, I'm a huge fan of ice cream. Love pizza. Loved craft beer. And so, even though I was eating healthy like 80% of the time, like that 20% was ruining everything. And there's a saying, I don't know who says it, but it's, you can't out train or outwork a bad diet. And especially as I've aged, I'm 41 now. That's more true than ever, basically. Like, you can't outwork a bad diet. And I'd always been trying to like run and lift weights, but just as I'd continued to increase in weights and continue to eat my ice cream and desserts for that 20% of the time, my weight had just gone away from me. So I got on Zepbound, and I would say my weight loss over the last year was basically a series of plateaus where what Zepbound and the GLP-1 did for me is like it took away that 20% of the time that was basically ruining my diet and causing me to gain weight, and it left me with the 80%. And so I was eating healthy, and I was eating good, nutritious foods, and then just skipping out on all the bad stuff. And I slowly started to lose weight. I'd lose 10 pounds here, 20 pounds here. But then I would hit like these big stalls where for like a month, sometimes 2 months, I would lose no weight at all, despite the fact that I was eating healthy, etc. And then all of a sudden I would start losing weight again. But, over the course of the year, I've lost 60 pounds or over 60 pounds. And it's basically been by help from the GLP-1 to cut out all of that nasty 20% of the stuff that I was ingesting and help me just eat healthy for the remainder of the part. Now with the triathlon stuff, I'll obviously become more physically active, which has helped. But yeah, I don't want to make it seem like a miracle cure, but I had some healthy habits to begin with. And so being able to, transition off of those bad ones was totally transformational for me.